Hello, family diggers. Hey guys, Penny Digger here. I just want to let everybody know I've got an appointment at the prosthetic place on Friday. They're going to take a look at my stump and see if they can start measuring it for a prosthetic. I've been getting in the kitchen and walking the wheelchair down and just kind of tucking my leg up in behind me in the wheelchair and putting pressure on that right knee. And I can stand there for a pretty good while. I think I'm ready for a prosthetic. The head nurse that comes out here for my home health, he said he doesn't see any reason why we can't put it's like a 6x6 Band-Aid basically with the sticky stuff all the way around the edges. They're pink. Jeez. But he said he doesn't see any reason why we can't put one of them over the wound and go ahead and let them do all their measurements and get me in one. And when they get you in a prosthetic for below the knee amputation, all the pressure is on your knee and just around the knee, just above it, and just to the sides of it. So that's what's supporting your leg and what's because the thigh muscles are what works your leg from that point on. Everything below there, all that was there for was to tell your foot, okay, move, toes, wiggle, this kind of thing. So those muscles below the knee won't be used anymore, and gradually they'll kind of shrivel away. And, as they get smaller, I'll have to put more socks on over the thing to make the prosthetic fit tight. And then when they finally figure that it's about where it's going to be, then they'll make me my permanent prosthetic. And that one will be the one that you see on TV that the guy pulls on the rubber thing and then puts the leg on. It's held up there with suction. The original, the beginning prosthetic that they're going to put me in, the first one, has got a thing that goes on, pulls on over your stump. It's kind of like a sock. And it's got like a metal pin on the end of it. And you pull the prosthetic on it and it snaps in. You can hear it lock. And then in order to get it off, there's a button down on the bottom that you push that releases it, and then you can pull the prosthetic off. Which actually, I kind of like that idea better than the one with suction, but it's not up to me. But anyway, I'm going to go down, I'm going to testify, I'm going to get up on my soapbox and tell them, look, I'm doing this anyway. I'm putting pressure on my knee anyway. I'm standing in there and doing dishes and cooking and everything else, tucking my leg up in that wheelchair and putting pressure on that right knee. And I'm pretty much standing there like I would be on a prosthetic. So I fail to see any reason why we can't go ahead and put me in a leg. Because I am chomping at the bit, people. I want to get the hell out of this house. Occasionally, I've got an antenna on the outside of the house for my TV. And occasionally the wind will blow it around or I'll need to go out there and fine tune it. I can't even grab my pliers and walk out the door and go and adjust the TV. My sister's had my car for 3 months. I'm making $350 a month car payments on the car. I don't even have it in the driveway. Which, her car, she blew the engine up in it. And she needed one until her husband could get her something else to drive. And I wasn't driving it anyway, so I don't have any problem with my sister using my car, which, that's a rarity. There's very few people that I would let even drive my car, much less use it for that length of time. My mother and my sister are the only two people, other than myself, that have ever driven it. she was kind of hoping that maybe I wasn't planning on ever driving again, that I would work out a deal with her on the car, because she actually had her husband call me and ask me what my plans were for the PT. I said, I plan to have it back in the driveway. In fact, if I had it here now, I'd be driving it. Because I can use my left foot and do everything. I mentioned to the prosthetic guy that I'd probably use my left foot even when I got the prosthetic, because with your prosthetic, all you can do is lift it up and down. You can't use your... He said, I think it's going to be a lot easier than you're picturing it. Once you get it, you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm looking forward to getting my prosthetic and getting out there and doing it again, and especially swinging a damn coil. I just know. I got this gut feeling that as soon as I get my leg and get out there and start knocking on a few doors, because I got a pinpointer now and I can get out there and I've gotten real good at digging 3/4 of a flap and folding it back, and when I get up and walk away, you can't tell where I've been. You can walk right back over to where I dug and stand there and stare at the ground and not be able to find the hole that I dug. So I got good at that, and I might have to brush up on it a little bit, but I don't think I forgot that much in this length of time. I got a real good feeling once I start knocking on some doors and get out here, because I'm a firm believer in metal detectors like real estate. Location, location, location. Now, yeah, there are machines that are more sensitive. There are machines that will get a little bit deeper. All the makers have got their badasses. You know, the Garrett's come out with this new XTS, and you got the E-Track and the CTX with Mind Lab, and Fisher's got the F75 and the F70, and then they've got a few lot better than that. I'm just not familiar with what the designation is. White's has got the M6 and the DTX. All the different makers have got their machines that will do more, but of course you pay more for the machines that will do more. When I got into this, I had to get the bottom of the line machine. I got an Ace 150, and yeah, it'll pick up deep, but all it tells you is there's something in the dirt. It'll say coin and you dig up a tin can. Of course, that's that way with any machine. It'll tell you, it'll misidentify on occasion. But, I want to get something that gives me the numbers where I at least have some idea what I'm fixing to be digging up. I'm kind of torn right now between the F2 and the Technetics Eurotech. And the Eurotech Pro is a little bit better, and you can get the two coil deal and 3-coil deal with the Pro. But the bottom of the line, the Technetics Eurotech, it is $159, so it's only $7 more than I paid for my Garrett. But it's got the meter that tells you the numbers of what you're looking for, and I've got enough coins, God knows, where I can do air test and get an idea of what each individual coin is going to be showing me number-wise, and then I can get out in the field and have a rough idea of what I'm fixing to dig up. Is it going to be a dime? If it is it going to be a clad dime or a silver dime? Is it going to be a quarter, a half? You know, what is it? Is it going to be a tin can? It'll tell me what those numbers are too, so I can't wait to get out there. And eventually, maybe I'll find something. Maybe I can go to the beach and find a ring, or find something that will give me enough money to buy that new machine. And then with it, maybe I can find something that I can get a little bit better machine and gradually work my way up. Now, an E-Track or a CTX or anything like that, I'm being realistic. I think I'll never hold one of them, much less own one of them. So, being realistic, I'm setting my sights on, like I said, the F2 or the Eurotech to begin with, and then gradually move my way on up. Maybe I might be able to get an AT Pro one day, and that's really about as far as I think I'll ever get. And I'll be happy with that, don't get me wrong, I'll be happy with that, and I might have to buy used one of them. But that's what happens when you're on disability. You got to do what you can do. And at first, my mother thought I was doing it just to get out and find. She was almost crying. He's out there digging old money out of the ground. Then she saw some of these shows on TV, and now she kind of understands that it's not just getting money out to spend. It's finding the history, the coins that have been dropped in the ground. She's starting to catch on a little bit. It was her heart. She's 83 years old. She didn't understand none of that. But we've got so many old houses in this area. I know if I go up and knock on some of the doors and explain to them, you know, I'm disabled and my hobby is metal detecting. Would you mind if I detect in your yard? If you want to, you can follow me out here and watch me dig the first target, and I can show you what I do. So you know I'm not going to destroy your yard. I'm confident people will let me. I'm sure I'll get told no occasionally. But I'm confident that there will be some people out there that will let me. And you get in some of these older properties, you're going to find something. So, I'm going to give it a whirl. And, let's see, I wrote down this Duit digger over in Belgium. He's got these coins. He sent them registered mail to me, and he told me on the 29th that the registered tracker said that they had landed at JFK, and he's starting to get nervous about them because I hadn't got them yet. It takes about a week and a half to 2 weeks, dude, to get something over here from the UK. So I expected it would take about a week and a half to 2 weeks to get yours, even though they're coming registered. They're not bringing a jet down and landing out here on Highway 84 and walking up to my house and knocking on the door, you know. And it takes a little while to get it from JFK down here. That's in New York, and I'm in Georgia. Don't worry, I'll get them. I'm just about it. I think you might be a little bit more anxious than I am, and I'm dying to see what you sent me, because I've got some frames over here just waiting to put some coins in. And I'm dying to see what you sent me. I want to see what kind of coins you sent. But I think you're a little bit more anxious about it than I am, and I think that's cool. But don't worry, I'll get them. We can both just take some Rolaids or some Tums to keep our stomachs settled while we're waiting for them to get here. But they'll get here. Alright guys, well, I'm approaching that 15-minute mark where YouTube's going to say you went over, and it'll let me load it up, and then it'll tell me it was too long. So I'm going to jump off here. But until next time, this is your one and only penny digger, and like I've said before, thank God there ain't two of us. You couldn't handle two of me like Bill and Bob. No. 2 penny diggers, way too much for anybody. And we're out.